Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome back everybody, let's take a look again on the Bitcoin market. So as you can see, that's today hardly we will need take a look at the monthly and weekly charts, because since our last update, as you can see on the daily chart, what really has happened. So actually we could say that nothing. So market stands in a very tight range. It's a bit stunned by recent Jerome Powell comments as well as all market in general. So here we could repeat the same thing, that fundamentally we suggest that the tightening policy will stand for longer and would not exclude that the rate could be raised more. But even existence of the 5.5 rate for Bitcoin market right now, it's already holding some headwind and limiting factors, so it doesn't let market to attract investors. Just because currently the US Treasury bonds, and in particular speaking short-term bills and notes, even right now they already give 1.8% premium to the dividend of the S&P index. In the current environment, non-interest bearing Bitcoin, well, has no chances to attract massive amounts of the money just inflow to this market. This first moment. So fundamentally we do not expect any significant rally on the Bitcoin. The recent performance that has happened here, we already talked about this many times and explained why this performance breaks the bullish context, why it stands irrational and wrong to the performance that market should form if it really stands bullish. So this is not performance of the bullish market. So I mean not on the daily chart. On the daily it's obvious that's not bullish. I mean that's on a weekly chart. So market has stopped at the point and turned down in an area where it should not do this. So that's why we think that in a longer term perspective the bearish factors currently are dominating. So they are more than the bullish ones, and we think that the chances that the Bitcoin will drop more currently are greater than any chances on the possible sharp reversal. Speaking on the short term, here we also have nothing new. We keep our strategy and scenario that we already talked about in the previous couple of weeks. So we have uncompleted 1618 extension 2473 approximately. We have miserable collapse right now that just spiked and dropped right into the strong oversold. And this action is just the byproduct of the reaching of the oversold area. Market needs some relief. It needs some just let some steam out of this action. It needs some pause in the downward action. But momentum and overall environment and sentiment stands here. It doesn't disappear. And together, both these factors, existence of untouched target and very strong momentum, tells us that with the very high chances the XOP should be reached relatively soon. So maybe market will take the pause until the major bulk of that data will be released. So here you could see, so we will get lots of statistics, payrolls, PMI, then we will get also gross domestic product. On Thursday we will get the personal consumption expenditures, income spending. So lots of statistics will be released on this week, and maybe market will take the pause within a couple of sessions, maybe Tuesday, Wednesday, until the numbers will start appearing in the statistics, and then maybe some action could start. So I suggest that it probably should be to the downside. Besides, as long as the market stands here, as more signs of the bearish dynamic pressure appears. So if you put here the MACD, until this moment, trend was bearish. But right now it's turning bullish, but price action is not bullish. It just stands flat. And as market shows this type of action, it suggests the taking out of this loss. That in turn leads us directly to this target. So I'm actually explaining you absolutely obvious things. So we saw millions of times of the same type of the behavior on other markets that we are trading within these years, in euro accounts, in the gold and the Bitcoin itself. So it's you're very familiar with this kind of the action. Sometimes it happens on the bottom, sometimes it happens on the top with the bullish dynamic pressure, but consolidation before major target after strong collapse, forming bearish dynamic pressure and forming tight consolidation in the shape of the triangle. This obviously looks bearish, and there's more chances that we will get this target. Particularly speaking, we could actually return back to the idea of the butterfly. It has changed shape a bit. We initially thought that that will be the left wing, and here market could just complete the target faster. But as you can see, it's more extended performance, but in general all the swing stands inside of the initial swing, and butterfly is still valid, and actually its target also the same. So shows 24.78. It perfectly agrees with the daily target. Depending on what triggering factor will be, I'm not excluding the chance that we could get even action to the 1618, which will be somewhere around 2450, 2445 area. Depending on how much stop stands right there, when this will be triggered, market definitely should show some spike, because they would add some fuel to the downward action. I'm not speaking that this will be just stable downward action. It might be just very short-term penetration of this level and return it back up. But when market has the target below the lows, very often it goes not to the target but slightly lower, just because of the existence of the stop orders that stand right there. So where by this logic, we're stay focused on 2470, 2440 on the daily chart, but potentially it might be even lower downward action here. So that's actually what we have in the current situation. If you would like to take the short position, you probably could consider this butterfly. On the above level, you could see that here we have the ABCD with this OP and this level. So if you intend to take the short position, you could place stop, for instance, somewhere above this level. If you'd like to take the long position, currently I do not see valuable context in the background to consider taking the long position. We do not have no patterns, we do not have the trend direction, we actually have nothing on the bullish side by far. Only some occasional action by some different statistics might be that could change the short-term sentiment. So, but this is more gambling. So on the technical side, in the current moment, we do not have necessary bullish context to consider taking the long position. So that's, guys, actually what we have. Let's see what will happen. Especially interesting what will happen since Wednesday. So Wednesday, Thursday, and Fridays will be most interesting days, and not only on the Bitcoin but in general in all markets.